In this video, I want to talk to you about something that's very important and can have a real crucial impact on your business, and that's identifying your ideal target market.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
You must know your customer extremely deeply, at times better than they know themselves. For example, I know the profile of the first-time entrepreneur often better than they know themselves, not on a holistic level as a whole, but when it comes to starting a business. So many people make the mistake of saying, my target market is everyone, or all women, or all men, or all kids. Well, no. I know that you will take anyone as a client. Of course, you'll take anyone, but there is some group within a group that you're absolutely ideal for. These are the people who will be like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? And you have to identify that group and take every measure to get to know them deeply for two reasons. One is that once you get to know them deeply, you can create an ideal product or service for them. But two, it might just be that you have misidentified your group. And the faster you pick it and identify it, you can take the steps to start testing. Is your hypothesis correct? And once you get to know them, you'll start to understand their day and how they go about discovering products like yours and when in their day they discover products like yours. And it's going to be easier for you to craft an ideal marketing message to them, the ideal time, the ideal place, the ideal format, but you'll also know how to speak in the way they think, so that they'll be like, oh my God, yes, I have wanted this for a long time. I'm interested. And so there's a couple of things you need to identify about your customers. The first are demographics. These are things you can distinctly measure: age, sex, their income level, their marital status, their location. These are things you can know as a fact. Whether they own a car, whether they own a home, their spending habits, what kind of an education do they have, what kind of job do they have a job, do they have an education. You can even know their religion, ethnicity, do they belong to some community, do they go to church, do they go to a community center. So these are all things you can identify and measure, and they're factual. But it doesn't tell you the whole story about your customer, because it's equally important are psychographic. Things like, what do they need? What do they want? What are their desires and life aspirations? These are really human elements that you cannot get from some kind of analytics software. You really have to understand this through talking to them, getting to really know them. What are their hopes and fears? I mean, you have to spend a lot of time with people before you know this. You can get to know the types of personalities that get attracted to your product or service, people's beliefs, ethics, values. For example, I really go out of my way to be more environmental, but that's just my value. But companies who tend to that, they win my business. You can also get to know what is the current way that they solve the kind of problem that they solve that your business also solves. If they have a current way, you can inject your business and marketing messages into their day when they're trying to solve that. You can say, hey, we've got a better way. And what's their comfort level? How do they behave? Like, let's say you have a note-taking product. If they're comfortable writing notes on a piece of paper, it's really hard to get them to use a note-taking app. But if they already use a note-taking app and maybe they don't love it, they would be happy to switch if it was easy. So ease of behavior, having natural behavior, and you understanding what their comfort level is, how they like to solve their current problems, will help you also create a better product for them and a better onboarding experience for them so they can start using your product or service. So these are the things to get to know in your target audience. You see, it's much more to it than just saying, oh, it's all women age 30 to 39. No, there's so much more. You have to get to know them extremely deeply. And the deeper you get to know them, the better business results you'll have, because you'll be able to sell to them and they'll love it and they'll come back to buy more from you.